All right, now I'm hoping that we completed our independent work for today, and that's the reason that we're watching this video. I'm going to quickly play a song for us that will help us remember exactly what we're supposed to be doing, and for those that need a visual or for those that like that music. And then I'm going to review those answers with you with my own paper and pencil. I'm going to share my Elmo with you, okay?
If you want to multiply a number by 10, all you have to do is put a 0 on the end. If you want to multiply a number by 10, all you do is put a 0 on the end.
Alright kids, let's say our 10 times table.
Let's do it! 10 times 1 is 10. 10 times 2 is 20. 10 times 3 is 30. 10 times 4 is 40. 10 times 5 is 50. 10 times 6 is 60. 10 times 7 is 70. 10 times 8 is 80. 10 times 9 is 90. 10 times 10 is 100. 10 times 11 is 110. 10 times 12 is 120. If you want to multiply a number by 10, all you have to do is put a 0 on the end. If you want to multiply a number by 10, all you do is put a 0 on the end.
Now let's start with 1 times 10 and go up.
Let's go! 1 times 10 is 10. 2 times 10 is 20. 3 times 10 is 30. 4 times 10 is 40. 5 times 10 is 50. 6 times 10 is 60. 7 times 10 is 70. 8 times 10 is 80. 9 times 10 is 90. 10 times 10 is 100. 11 times 10 is 110. 12 times 10 is 120. If you want to multiply a number by 10, all you have to do is put a 0 on the end. If you want to multiply a number by 10, all you do is put a 0 on the end.
It's the 10 times table, y'all. It's the end of the song, and really that's all. It's the 10 times table, y'all. It's the end of the...
All right, I hope you enjoyed that video, and I'm sure many of you remembered me playing this from the beginning of the school year when we covered somewhat of multiples of 10. Now we're going to get into our worksheet for today, our independent work for today that you're supposed to do, so understanding multiplying by tens. I'm going to do these actually on my paper, so follow along with my Elmo. If you need to pull this up, you may, but I'm going to go ahead and exit out of this so you can see what I'm writing on my notebook and on the Elmo, okay? All right, so first things first, we need to remember that this is understanding multiplying by tens. Now, although we're going through the rest of the week understanding multiplying by tens, 100s, and 1000s, it's all the same thing. It's all a general same concept with just multiplying the two numbers that you have and then adding the zeros that you see at the very end, okay? So the first question that you had was 300 times 7. So we have 3 times 7, that equals 21. I write down my multiplication for those two numbers. And then I have my 2 zeros that I need to add at the very end. So we have 2 zeros and 300. So we're going to add those 2 zeros in our product. All right, 300 times 7 equals 2,100. I cannot forget my comma. All right. Next question, we have 700 times 4. We know that 7 times 4 equals 28. And then we have 2 zeros in our problem. So we're going to add 2 zeros in our product. Okay. So 2,800 should have been our answer for number 2. Number 3, we have 6,000 times 9. So 6 times 9 we know equals 54. Then we add our 3 zeros that we see in our problem, 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to figure out where the comma is supposed to go. Remember, in between where the 3 digits are. So we're going to go ahead and make a comma right here. It should be 54,000 as your product. All right, make sure you can see that. Okay, number 4, you have 90 times 3. So I do 9 times 3 first. I get 27. Then I add my 1 0 that I have in my problem, and that would be 270 as your answer for your product. Okay, number 5, you have 10 times 4, and you know that 10 times 4 equals 40 right away. And if you needed to really break it down, which you don't, but if you really needed to break it down, 1 1 times 4, 4 times 1 equals 4. Then you bring that 1 0 over, okay? All right, next question. We have 9,000 times 10, okay? The way we do this, we have 9 times 1 equals 9. All right, then we're going to bring all the zeros that we see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? So we're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4. And between those 3 digits, all right, we're going to have our comma. So we have 90,000. All right, next problem, 50 times 3, okay? So we have 5 times 3, that equals 15, all right? And then we have 1 0, so our product, our answer is 150. All right, number 8, 4 times 4, we have 16, and then we have 1 0, so we're gonna bring that into our product, our answer, and that's 160, okay? All right, we're on our last couple of problems here. We have 10,000 times 9, okay? First things first, you're gonna multiply your two numbers that you have, your two factors, and then you're gonna multiply, add those zeros at the very end. So we have 1 times 9, and we know that equals 9. Then we're gonna add all the zeros that we see in our problem into our product, into our answer, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros in your answer. Then in between those 3 digits, you have your comma, so 90,000, okay? 10 times 10, we know automatically that equals 100, but in case we didn't and we needed to break this down, let's go ahead and remember how to do that. 1 times 1, you know, equals 1, and then you have 2 zeros in your problem, so you have 2 zeros in your answer, in your product, okay? All right, we're on our last 2 questions here, okay? 4 times 20, 4 times 2, we know equals 8, then you have 1 0, so you bring 1 0 from your problem into your answer, into your product, okay? So your answer is 80. Number 12, you have 10 times 6,000. So you're just going to multiply 1 times 6, you get 6. Then you're going to add all the zeros that you see into your problem into your answer, okay? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. So you're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros into your answer. Now, when you do that, remember your comma, it becomes in between those 3 digits. So you have 60,000, okay? And that wraps up our independent work for today. Have a great rest of your day.